just wouldn't kind of quit playing hard, and he kept finding opportunities. He made the most out of them. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we've talked all season about just kind of his knack for offensive rebounding, but as you've had him throughout this first half of the season, like, has that even unlocked? Are you trying to utilize that even in different ways or new ways now? Or
I don't think so. I mean, I think that he kind of fits in there with that group. I think. I mean, obviously there's chances where they double team and stuff off him some, and it frees him up to get some runs at the rim. But just nothing new. Just tell him to go as hard as he can all the time at the offensive glass, and he does it. I mean, he got 10, and he just missed about another 4 or 5. So that's the way to do it, man. You got to go every time to get a lot. Yeah.
VJ wasn't able to shoot the ball very well tonight. It felt like he still had an impact on the game with his passing, rebounding, defense. What is it impressive to see such a young player like him continue to make an impact even if he's not shooting the ball well?
Yeah, again, I always want to see him make some buckets, but that's a good example of a guy going 1 for 11. I always say 2 for 12, and they can still really play good games. And I think that's the case. I thought he was really good all over the place, schematically. Obviously, 7 assists. And I like that he kept taking them. You know, he didn't shy away from them, and you guys seen him enough to know that he'll do that some, be quiet, and then all of a sudden he'll no matter what it's gone like throughout the current game, he'll still, come in there and make some big shots later on.
Coach, coming over here with Philly the last couple of years, what's one thing about Joel Embiid you've got to talk about that people may not know, and something that you've learned about him throughout the years?
Something I can talk about. Man, that's a tough one. I don't know. I mean, he's as far as his game, I think. I think people realize this, but there's so much skill there and such an array of shots, right? And he's so good at creating such good ones, but he can make and do the degree of difficulty a lot higher than he shows, because he just kind of creates such good ones for himself. That's one thing. I don't know. I'm just glad he's really played well. He's starting to play a lot better, I think, at the defensive end too. He's really locked into the schemes. He's really smart, man. Maybe that's why he is a really intelligent person in general, and a really high IQ basketball player.
Nick, what growth has Tyree shown you defensively this season?
Yeah, he's just continues to get better. Keeps getting a little stronger, so he's able to impact. Getting around screens and getting through screens and handling probably much more physicality than he did 3 or 4 years ago. That's one thing. I've told these guys this several times over. We've tried to give him some opportunities to go after some pick sixes. So we study some stuff, some certain actions that he can go, just blast, with that speed, just blast into the passing lane, or when a guy spin dribbles or something like that. And he's really done a good job at that, which obviously that shows up in the defensive numbers a lot, and he's been really good at it. Yeah.
Coach, can you talk to us about Kelly Oubre and his contribution to the team, his defensive prowess?
Yeah, Kelly's having a great season. He really is. First and foremost, we always put him on somebody tough. I mean, we matched him pretty much with Kawhi all night as just our kind of big wing defender. Plays really hard, tries really hard. Not perfect, but he's always trying. And is he does have an offensive punch to his game, and I just think the 3 ball looks a lot smoother coming off his hands this year than it ever has. So he put in a great deal of work this summer on it, and continues to reap the benefits of that.
Thanks.
Coach, how do you like the way your team is playing, and how do you figure where you're at right now? How much better you can get, especially with the All-Star break coming up?
We have the capability of playing some really good basketball, which you saw tonight. We don't always do that, right? I think we do have some kind of peaks and some valleys on how we're playing. I think that's one thing that we're trying to do is, show some more consistency night to night. mean, I still think there's a bunch of upside for. I mean, I think as VJ continues to get more minutes and time, he's only gonna grow. I think again, Joel's still not as well as he's playing. He's still not probably. He would say not all the way there. That's important. And then there's a whole bunch of guys that we know that can contribute, right? And again, seeing if those guys can put some consistency, so we can get a little bit locked in on who we know we're going to bring off the bench. We're a little bit kind of hit and miss there some nights, but I think a lot of those guys, and all those guys came in there tonight and impacted the game, and getting some consistency out of those guys is another thing we can get better at.
Last question here.
Yeah, coach. Last season, Jerry McCain is showing like very impressive performance on court, but this season the roster changed. There's many new talents into the team, so Jerry McCain didn't get many times in the court, but like he's getting better on his performance in the future. Is he got more times to play?
Well, I think that Jared had a very serious injury. He was off the court for at least 11 months. It's taken him quite a bit to get back physically. Some of that's impacted him, but I feel like he's kind of turned a corner here. He's really shooting the ball well now. I think he's also, he's got through some of that stuff, and mentally he's been really good on defense as far as schematically and stuff, which is important. So yeah, I think again, there's another guy I didn't mention that could continue to grow as the season goes on. Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.